Hi there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking at a 1995 Honda Acty K-Truck with a triple folding bed like many of these K-Trucks have. 660cc engine, puts out, I actually don't know the horsepower range. It'll be at the beginning of the video, but I'm guessing probably somewhere in the range of about 45 or 50 horsepower. Just switch the engine off for now. This one has 57,000 original kilometers on it. This is not a 5-digit odometer, and so it is authentic mileage on it. And this one here is 4-wheel drive. You can get them in 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. These make a sweet little work truck outside of Japan. These are extremely popular here in Japan and very useful because of the very low bed height and the fact that you can flip down all the sides, and they're reliable and extremely good on gas. And so kind of a landscaper's dream vehicle here. So let's go over the auction inspection sheet. This is the information given to us from the auction. This one comes from 1995 Acty Truck SDX model, 4-wheel drive, and it's an auction grade 4B with an interior B and an exterior B. This is a very good grade as far as K-Trucks go. Of course, you can get one like this if you don't mind paying a little bit extra, or you can get one that's a little bit more worn out if you want to have a cheaper K-Truck. Most of the ones that we're exporting are in worse condition than this, and so this is a really good one to pay attention to if this is what you're looking for, a good, high-quality, clean K-Truck. So this one comes with air conditioning. Not all of them do, and it's 4-wheel drive. And it says that the timing belt was changed according to a sticker at 52,000 kilometers in 2019. Now, for the most part, these stickers, I believe, are authentic. If I see a sticker that I don't think is, I'll mention it. And I think I only do that like once every 500 to 1,000. I've only ever seen one that I was questioning, and it was actually about a month ago. The report here says windshield rock chip, interior scratched, cigarette burn, dirty, and ripped. The seat is ripped, and the bed has scratches, dents, paint marks, and modifications to it. The body here has various scratches and dents, as you can see on the diagram here. And the A means scratch, U means a dent, but for the most part, it's very clean. These K-Trucks tend to get used up pretty quickly, and as a result, by the time that they reach this age, well, they still have life in them mechanically. They tend to be fairly reliable as far as vehicles go. Sometimes carburetors need to be cleaned out or rebuilt. Sometimes brakes need to be redone. Those are the big two things, but both of those are pretty simple. The bodies on them can be a little bit rusty, but it turns out that they get scratched and dented pretty quickly. This stemming from the fact that these are used for work instead of just commuting like a regular car is. So loading stuff into the back, it's pretty common for the bed to get scratched, the sides to get scratched, and for the cab to just get damaged, because I'm not sure if there's like a lot of crossover, but perhaps the people who are using these trucks also have some instance of not caring about the truck that they're using. Maybe it's a work truck and they're like, it's a work truck. It's okay if it gets damaged. Or something, I don't know. Anyways, having a look now. So some parts have been kind of restored. I think these headlight surrounds are blacker than you usually see them, so they might have been replaced. Bumper and mirror have both been repainted. Not recently, because the paint has since faded again, and there are fade marks, so probably a good idea to get those painted again. This one has a front bar on it. This is a bush bar. It's going to bend if you hit anything. It's mostly just for looks. Still has the yellow plate on it. The yellow plate is for cheaper taxes here in Japan because it's a smaller vehicle. That's faded. Did I already say that? I can't remember. The wiper blades have also been repainted. You can kind of see a little bit of chipping here and a little bit of the paint cracking underneath the paint. So not all the paint had been taken off before repainting it. The roof here has a single dent. Not sure why, but the roofs of these tend to take on dents really easily. You'll find when searching through auctions that a lot of them have U3 on the roof. Now, we also have a little dent down here, right there. And the door is generally looking really good. Oh, we got another one here, and I actually missed that earlier, so my apologies. But I believe that the doors, actually the whole vehicle, I believe, has had a repaint at some point. Maybe not the face, but take a look. Kind of has the look of a repaint, if you can get a focus there. Sometimes we can't. Okay, this one has been installed with some aftermarket stainless steel bed caps to protect the top of the bed while loading and unloading stuff. That's awesome. These are amazing. Now, the modification to the bed is what looks like wooden panels have been put on. And wood panels, for the most part, we don't have any problem shipping them. We've shipped a lot of cars, including ones with actual wood, like a Jimny, like Suzuki Samurai, with a truck back end that had full wood sides, and it got into the US no problem. But some countries, wood is a no-no because of the chance of like termites or pests or something like that. And so do check. This one's not very strong, is it? Very weak wood there. But the wood keeps it in good condition, and then the bed bottom is also in fairly good condition, but you can see some scratches have been painted over. So obviously it has been used. There is a mat that you can get for the bottom of these, and they fit perfectly into the bed and will protect if you want. That is something that we would be able to pick up before export if you're interested in it. Okay, now the back end, these corners are good, not chipped or anything. The hinges and the spot welds are all very good. You can see these have been repainted at one point. Taillights are good. Sometimes those tend to crack. And so we do see a lot of these K-trucks. And like I said, for the most part, we buy the ones that are cheaper because the people who are buying these in volume tend to buy a cheaper grade one because it can be hard to compete if you're buying the higher grade ones because a lot of people buy based on price. And it does make sense. Like, if all of your K-trucks are the best K-trucks in the world, which you normally won't find enough to do them in volume too, then all your trucks are going to be $1,000 or $2,000 more than another guy that's buying the cheap ones, and then everyone's going to consider you to be too expensive. It is a little bit of just how things work. Okay, so the inside door cards here, these are a little bit faded on the top, but generally very, very clean and nice. Usually you get that same kind of fade all throughout this because the plastic tends to be prone to UV damage. Got a little bit of a crack here in the door card. It's really not too bad. Going into the vehicle now. So there's a rip and some cigarette burns on the seat. I'll point those out in a second. Generally speaking, you'd like to be 6 foot tall or shorter to fit in here, and that would be a squeeze at 6 foot. I find them a little bit tight, being 5'10", but they're definitely serviceable if you need to. When you get in and out of the vehicle, people will slide off, and their work pants, their tough work pants, are going to wear the paint off. So the paint has worn off, but has been touched up again, right there, and here for the boot, I guess, has been scuffing there. Floor mats are original ones plus an extra cover that keeps them in good condition. That's quite nice. The seat rip is right here. They always rip right on the stitching. It's kind of weird that they have stitching to begin with, if they always rip there. And then 2 cigarette burns that have been repaired with some sort of a sealant that's been put in. Headrests are attached right onto the cab, which is kind of interesting. I don't think there's anything else that's like that. And then here's your timing belt mark. And to make sure that it's like an older one, you want to take a look to see if it's not sharp and if there is a little bit of bleeding into the sticker or a little bit of wear on them, which this one appears to be authentic. It also wasn't that long ago. That was only, 5 years ago that was put on? Okay, pedals are worn the amount you would expect for 57,000 kilometers. That's a tiny amount for a 25-year-old vehicle. Steering wheel has a little bit of wear on it, but this steering wheel is nice when it wears. It'll wear a little bit smooth. It's still just as grippy and just as usable. It doesn't crack or peel like some steering wheels do. Nissan. Okay, jumping in here, everything is so clean. You'll often get K-trucks that are extremely dusty and dirty and heavily smoked in. Luckily, there's not much in here that the smoke can seep into, so if it has been smoked in, it's not a big issue. But this one has, but like I said, doesn't smell like cigarettes. A couple little cracks there. Not cracks, scratches. AM radio, no tape deck or anything. AC works. There's no power steering on these. There is power brakes, but no power steering, but it's very light, and the engine is on the back axle there, so your front axle is actually pretty lightweight, so it doesn't take a lot to move those wheels. And these tires are 12 years old, so you're going to need some new tires. They still have 50% of their tread left on them, so if the tires still have 50% of their tread after 12 years, that further goes to show that the mileage is authentic. You'll also notice that the wheels have been repainted, and they look pretty good, having been repainted. Okay, so I don't think there's much else to mention in this one. There is a little thing attached to the headliner, so I'm not sure what that's all about. And yeah, shifts well, drives well, engine runs well. Check with your customs broker to see if wood is going to be a problem. I don't think it is, because we have successfully sent cars like that to the USA before. I think Canada, New Zealand, Australia are all really picky about that. Okay, so that's going to be all for this one. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. If you have questions that you want to put in the comments section, you can. We do read those. We don't answer to all of them because we get like literally thousands of them. But let us know by email. You can check out our website. There's a link to that in the description to the video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.